Hi friends, it's Tracy from the Financial Freedom Diary, and today we are back to do my goal setting in my power sheets from Cultivate What Matters for the month of September. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe below. Hope y'all are having a super fantastic day. Woohoo! Yeah, end of a work day. I am excited. I get excited to take naps, but no. Um, Thank y'all for returning. Thank you to everybody who have been subscribing. I appreciate you guys so much because, yeah, for August, I had set a goal to increase my subscribers by 10 because I'm just returning back to YouTube after I took like a month or two break. 1 or 2 months. I can't remember how many. Was it 3? I don't know. But I took a break. And so, it's hard to get back into the rhythm of things. And so, thank y'all for helping me achieve that goal. So let's do our month in review. So for the month of August, who or what I'm most grateful for right now, that is my community. So that includes you guys. So thank y'all so much for supporting me, for watching the videos, for your nice comments and like your general encouragement to keep going because we all know that nothing in life is perfect. So it helps as I'm trying to get back into the rhythm and to improve myself that there is a support system there for me. Let's see, goals that are growing well. So I would go with my training and my PDUs. I've done pretty good as far as what I was supposed to do this month. I should have changed that one because I had put training PDUs for my PMP certification. I think that's the question someone asked me if it was Safe Agile. I'm taking Safe Agile classes, which count towards my certification for my project management professional certification. So I'm PMP. Um, so that one is going or growing well. What's not working right now? Taking care of myself. I have a hard time. I'm struggling. I start off good, so I'll do well up until about the 15th of the month, and then something about the 15th, and I just go downhill real quick. Good things this month. I increased my walking, and I had the opportunity to volunteer. I haven't been out volunteering in since pre-panorama, so it's really nice just to be able to get out and to get amongst people. We did have to practice, wearing masks, gloves, and all this other stuff, so we were safe, and that was nice. What I read or listened to. So I have been on YouTube. It's not necessarily watching it because it's authors that are actually reading their own books. So I've been just listening to that on YouTube. Sarah Cannon was one, and I used to read some young adult fiction back in the day. Haven't had a chance to do that in a while, so I've been listening to her. So that has been really, really nice to kind of hear her and her writings and stuff like that. It's typically like if I had to go to the library or a bookstore, I normally would not have gone to that genre. I would have been in the young adult section, but I can't remember if hers is like it's more like the Harry Potter witch and stuff like that type stuff. I probably wouldn't have gone there, but I've been enjoying her stuff a lot. Favorite memories from this month. Sorry if you can hear the yard people, but yeah, that's getting real loud. But favorite memories from this month: meeting new people while I was volunteering. Met some of the nicest folks this past Saturday, and so it made the work pass, like really quickly. I had so much fun, and yeah, if I didn't say, I'm going to do the insert of me filling out the planner right here. What I'm saying no to is tasks that don't bring me joy, meaning that I'm not going to be prioritizing other stuff that other people want me to do. Now, when it comes to doing my job, I'm going to do my job. I do understand that there are things called other duties as assigned. I'm not going to be phoning it in and stuff like that, but I'm going to make sure that I'm not taking on things that's not necessary for me to take on, because it's left like big gaps for our team as far as who's covering who, and it's not good. I know some people, they like to feel needed at work, and I think that's cool to a certain point, but burnout happens. I am saying yes to opportunities to try new things. So I'm trying to make sure that if new opportunities come up, I can just go ahead and ask, hey, can I try this? Can I try that? But I'm not going to be, I don't want to be stagnant in any area of my life. So prepare well. So for the month of September, you got the 4 in the quadrant. So my important to-dos. I want to make sure for YouTube that I do 3 grocery haul videos. I know someone wanted me to do one every week. I can't always do one every week because like this past week, like sometimes I don't know when my son is going to be up. And so he comes down, he unloads the car and he's putting stuff up. So I can't, it's free labor. I don't have anything else to say, but that's free labor. And so I try to take it. Another thing I need to do is I need to check for an entry-level job posting because someone that I met, her son is looking for a job and he's just graduated from college. And I've already reached out to someone at my company, and then so they're supposed to have something going up in 2 weeks. So I want to make sure I can give him the job posting number so he can go ahead and submit his resume. And the last thing I have is my student loan information. I do need to make that call. I'm going to try to do that this Friday. So the video will go up on September 1st. I'm going to try to make sure I get it done September 2nd. I have quite a few questions and I want to get those answered. I know what I've seen online and the scenarios and everything. I just haven't found anybody who had a scenario that's where they stated it's just like that, where I have no outstanding balance. That's my biggest thing is I think, I'm kind of AO, which is fine. I don't regret paying off my student loans at all. I'm just glad other people, at least somebody is getting a benefit from that because, yeah, that stuff that goes on, that stuff ain't right. I'm excited for cooler weather, I hope. We've had some cool weather, a lot of rain, and my yard was a mess. And so, but I'm excited for weather to cool down and maybe the grass will stop growing so much. What's on my mind? Everything. Sometimes it feels like I just can't shut it off. I have so many things going on right now. I'm hoping that I'll be able to do what I can. And I want a less stressful month, right? I don't want to stress myself out trying to do everything all at once and then get disappointed that I can't do any of the things. So I want to make sure that I just take my time and do what I can, make sure I do that to the best of my ability versus overworking myself. So for my monthly calendar, this time I put in the 3 grocery haul videos on the calendar just so I make sure I make time for that. I found out this last time that if I just recorded on the countertop, pick up each item, then I can go back during the week and narrate it. It's easier for me to do versus having to talk, read off the price and stuff like that. I can actually sit here and read off the prices off the receipts and stuff like that. And it's if I don't get to playing with the Zoom. Yeah, I think I'm a little bit ADD or something like that because paying attention is not my strong suit. I'm also tracking my miles again. This time I'm doing 3 times a week because I want to walk about 3 miles during these intervals, and anything in between is just going to be, like me getting my steps in. But I want this to be like dedicated exercise time, and then I'll probably put some strength training in there too to kind of help me out with that. Now, and I also made a little note to make sure I check for that job posting, as well as the manager who I contacted, her initials, because I was kind of like, Lord, yes, so there we go. Hopefully y'all saw that, but that's like how it's going to be looking with all the little dots. I didn't put it every day, but yeah, I'm like, I was kind of like afraid to contact her because I was like, oh gosh, she's going to ask me to sign up for like Soul Cycle or something like that. But no, she's an engineering manager, so I know they are just as busy as we are. So we're going to hop over to my 10 list. So you guys are going to see me fill out the brainstorm for the month and my 10 list. The goals I know I'm going to cover this month are going to be health and fitness, my finances, personal growth, work and learning, and recreation. The walking kind of takes care of two things. The walking is like recreation and health and wellness, but it helps me to get up, helps me to relax my mind, and then I will play Sarah Cannon's video when she's reading one of her books, and I just get to just go into another place, and I don't have to focus on all the things that I have to do in my day-to-day life. So my encouraging words for the month of September is strive for progress, not perfection. Don't know who came up with that, but I definitely need to do it because I try to get everything just so, and it's like I end up not doing as much as I could have done. But I don't want to rush. It's I'm talking myself out of it already. But no, I'm going to just make the progress, do what I can, and do it to the best of my ability. No sloppiness. My priority for this month is I need to wake up on time. Um, One of the worst habits I've gotten into in the month of August is I have been sleeping through my alarm. The problem with that is when I need to go into the office, I'm getting up an hour later. And so, I'm out of the habit of cooking and doing things for my sons. That's been a long time ago. So I'm just dragging them around. I don't have any reason to rush. So now I'm just not rushing. And then I don't get to work when I normally should get there. And it doesn't count against me, but I lose that window where I'm working before everybody comes into the office. So when everybody comes into the office, it's kind of disruptive because they haven't seen me in a while, and so they come by and they talk to me, and so it just means that I'm working later, and I don't like that. I prefer to come in early, get my stuff over with, go home, and then I can work on my Etsy shop, work on YouTube. I can do those things, and those things make me happy. Not saying work makes me miserable. It's just I don't want to stay until 6 o'clock and stuff like that. I've been doing good about that too. um, I'm gonna start at the bottom with my daily action items and my habits. Get up on time. That's number one. Just get on up. My alarm goes off, and I will shut that thing off and just go back to sleep. And before, it used to be I would turn it off and, stretch, then go sit down and meditate, do a little bit of reading, kind of get myself into the mood for the day. That's been my morning routine. But I haven't gotten out of that. And so after that, my next one is my morning routine. So I want to get up and get started, jump right back into the morning routine and stop the mess. After that is walking, and then I want to read, and that could be listening to, because that's come in handy. But I do want to get back into really, really reading stuff that will help me, either spiritually or just for entertainment purposes, whichever one. The next thing is I still want to continue drinking my water. I'm trying not to decrease my water because of the meetings I have for work. And that's why I get in trouble, is because I will decrease my water consumption because I have so many meetings, and I try not to go to the restroom or whatever because I don't want nobody, it's nothing like running back to your desk and hearing someone, oh, she must have forgot about it. It's like, no, I didn't forget about it. I got to use it. And who wants to hop on saying that? Make sure I weigh in every morning and exercise. So walking is exercise, but I also want to do my strength training, that type of exercise, or stretching, or Pilates, or whatever, because I'm still very, very careful with my back. Because it is a muscle that's in my backside, and it's actually on the side where I hurt my knee, which it was tied to that muscle before. So it's kind of like this little thing that's full circle, but now the muscle will contract like that. So if there's certain movements I have to be careful, like doing roll ups where I'm coming off my back and sitting straight up, because if I hit it just right, it'll tighten up and I'll be in pain. So I'm trying to, strengthen myself slowly but surely. So you guys that saw my weight lifting gloves. You saw my little knee pad to help me so that way I can get back into yoga and Pilates and things like that. And that's been helping a whole lot. My weekly action items, I want to walk 9 miles. I also want to make sure I either take a PMP class from, what I need for my PDUs, or volunteer. I didn't factor in volunteering in August, but it is part of the recertification process. I have to have so many hours of volunteer hours, and I think the maximum is 8 hours. So, and I think this past week I may have gotten 3 or 4. I know I had more than that, but anyway, that's my first one. So I didn't factor it in. So I want to make sure I factor it in going forward. For YouTube, I want to make sure I'm doing at least 3 videos. I've done really good for August. I think I met that goal in August, but I want to get back to 3 to 4 videos a week. So I'm just trying to make sure I can meet the 3. And if I can get in a 4th one, then that's good. It's still kind of tough because I'm still working on an Etsy shop. I still have to get my December printables up, and I still have I have like 2 custom orders I need to work on. Excuse me. But I want to make sure that I have a good balance with all of that, and balancing it with my work schedule is kind of tough, but that's where I am with that. So I just setting that 3 video minimum, and then thinking through what the next set is going to be. If I ever get back up to 4, I hope I can. But what are those topics? What am I going to do? That kind of thing. I have to put that thought into play so I can plan that out. Now, for the monthly action items, I want to say $1,700 this month, or month of September, because today is technically August 31st. So I'm having problems with saying this month. At least 20 no spend days, 20 no spend days or more. I want to get 4 PDUs. Last month, I think I got, it was either 2.5 or 3 PDUs. I can't remember the exact amount because one of my classes had more PDUs. It was a much longer class that I sat through, so I need to check that. I can't remember if it was 2.5 by itself. I knew one was 1, and that one could have been 2.5 or 1.5. It's one of them, but it was a longer class that I sat through, so I need to make sure I know what that is, so I know how many more I got left to go. I want to make sure for the month I got 9 miles. Now I know if you're doing the math, you're gonna be like, Tracy, you only talking about 9 miles walking per week. That's just like base level. Really, where I want to get is to the 40. So I want to get more miles than that. So really, I'm going to try to go for like 10 miles, 11 miles, 12 miles per week to get that mileage up. And the minimum is 3 times a week when I'm just walking 3 miles or more. And so I can walk 3 miles or more. It's when I start back running, I can't do over 5 miles. That's when my muscles will do some weird stuff. But yeah, I don't feel good until after I run 5 miles anyway, which is always messed up. I'm sorry, I keep looking at my orchid. A couple of the little flowering parts falling off. But I'm going to focus, see? I'm going to stop looking over there. And so the next thing I have for the monthly action item is I want to grow my YouTube by another 10 subscribers. So I'm going to be working on that. Y'all gonna be like, I hope she stopped talking about subscribing. But yeah, I have to do that to get myself close to my goal for the year, because I wanted to get to 5,000 subscribers this year, but I really didn't work on it, because I don't think I really focused on it or talked about it. One of the things I think when goal setting is very, very difficult when you're doing it in videos and stuff is because it's like, what if I set the goal and I talk to you guys about it and then I don't achieve it? And so it kind of is one of those things where I'll talk myself out of a goal because I'm afraid that I'm going to miss it. And it's like, well, at least I tried. And that's the way I'm going to take it, is at least I tried. So just put forth the effort and do the best I can. And if I share it, I tend to work harder at it versus if I just keep it to myself. So, but yes, so that is everything. And yes, I'm looking at this. I got a whole lot of colors with all my dots and stuff because I use these Z clean color dot pens to make my dots and stuff, and I kind of like that a lot more. And then when I achieve something, I can just put a dot for that goal. If I did it daily, weekly, I can, by the way I put the pressure on there, how big my dots are and stuff. So I actually like these. These are pretty cool. But yeah, I've been using that, and so it's been helping, and I feel like I'm back on track a little bit. And work is not all consuming. I do have to work on my anxiety because it's one of those things where the more we do at work, the more it seems to be expected from me. And a lot of it is last minute. And, I kind of will start to feel like nobody's listening. And so I'll just get stressed out because it's like, this was already in play and here you are with the mess. I don't have time for it. I really don't. But yes, so that is all the goals. Let me go ahead and shut my face because I think I've been talking about 20 minutes. I talk a lot. But let me know what goals you have for this month. Any of them that you want to share, no pressure. But I will look into the Moxie planner. Yeah, it was Moxie. And for 2023, I've been using Cultivate What Matters. This is my second one, so I've been using it for 2 years. So I'll look at the Moxie and see what's happening. I'll probably get both because I'm used to one, and let's see what the new one to do. And so I'll try to do a comparison and try to see which one I like the best. It's not, that is just something I can do it. I'm just talking because I'm just like, what am I gonna say? It's something it's like I have a hard time changing. I have something that's like, oh, this works. I don't want to try anything else, but I'm gonna give Moxie a try and let y'all know what my honest opinion is on both of them, which one I like. Because knowing me, it'd be pieces of this, pieces of that. But thank y'all so much for supporting me, watching my videos. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe to my channel, please do so. Because remember, in September, we got 10 more subscribers. We gotta move on up. But thank y'all to everybody who have been subscribing, everybody who have returned, and everybody who have been with me since the very, very beginning when I came on YouTube and y'all gave me a chance with my $90-something thousand in debt, and y'all supported me and cheerleaded me on, and I actually got that stuff paid off. Thank y'all so much for all of that. From the bottom of my heart, I say thank you, thank you, thank you, because y'all don't know, there were some days where I did experience, like, it kind of felt like I was burning out and paying off debt, but I stuck with it. I just kind of felt like, y'all would be so disappointed if I didn't do it. And it was like, okay, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. And that day that I was able to pay it off, I did it. So thank y'all so, 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 so much. And I will talk to you guys again on Saturday. We're going to be closing out my cash envelopes for the month of August. And I see how much money I saved for the month. Where am I putting that money? What did I say I was doing with that money? I don't know. I can't figure out what I said I was going to do with that money because I don't remember. But yeah, I do have some savings. So I'm super happy about that. It's not as much as last month, I don't think. But who cares, right? Savings are savings. So every little thing matters. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys again on Saturday. So y'all have a great one. Bye.